YouTube, RJ. Boogie can't keep his hand out of the cookie jar. He can't stop lying. He was recently on a live stream with Review Tech USA and Muta from Some Ordinary Gamers. I love Muta and I love God, that's awful, isn't it? I shouldn't do an Indian impersonation when I talk about Muta. I'm an asshole. But it's with love, okay? It's whatever. But yeah, Boogie made a complete ass of himself, as usual. It's not hard for him to do. It's actually something he's gotten quite good at. He comes on, and he's trying to do his whole shtick where it's like, oh, well, you know, I'm mentally ill, and I'm also retarded, and, you know, I'm autistic and depressed, and, you know, I would want to kill myself if people are mean to me, so don't be mean to me, guys. It's your same old typical pity party bullshit. Feel bad for me. I'm pathetic. You know, I'm a loser. I'm fat. I'm whatever. And Muta kind of just shut that shit down. He was like, well, shut up. First of all, you know, I'm going to be a pro gamer and I'm going to ask you some questions about some of these inconsistencies in your finances. This man, Boogie, released a whole documentary. He gave the okay to Mike Klum, the filmmaker that made his recent documentary that has everybody talking about him. Ultimately, you would have to imagine that Boogie would have final say on that, right? You'd have to imagine that, like, put yourself in that position. If somebody's making a film about you and they're asking you, okay, how much money did you make? You would give them a truthful answer, right? Or would you lie about it? Would you give them a narrative that supports this idea, this narrative that you've been perpetuating for a while that, oh, you're just fat and pathetic and broke, and you want people to see you as pathetic and broke. That's why when you went into that mock job interview, you talked about how you're a felon and people online say you're a pedophile and that you beat your ex-wife and that you used to work in porn. Yeah, sure, you're totally going to get a job that way, buddy. That's like when I went to that one job interview and I just shit my pants, you know, right in front of the interviewer, and I made really deep eye contact while I did it. Like that. So, knowing that about him, that over the years he's consistently tried to portray this narrative that he's just a perpetual victim, because that's a good way to go through life, right? Perpetual victimhood. You know, nothing's your fault. I'm mentally ill, so it can't be my fault. I'm not culpable for anything. This fucking guy, he got called out on how he said that he had more than triple X'd his money he got in crypto. And Muta questioned him on that, like, okay, so at no point did you ever think while this was going down, you know, maybe I should take this out and cut my losses? Because you'd have to imagine if I put $250K into crypto like a dumbass would, which he did, and he got lucky, and it starts to go down, because it doesn't just go down to nothing in like 2.7 seconds. You know, 2.7 seconds on a bowling mansion. Yeah. It's not just going to happen like that, okay? It's going to be a gradual thing. You would think he would take it out, right? So with that, knowing that, you would think, okay, how did you let it get all the way down to just 9K, 30K? You know, you said in the documentary you only had 30K left to your name from that, and now you're down to 9. How did you not take it out earlier? And Boogie does his typical thing where he kind of tries to muddy the waters. He's like, yeah, well, I did take it out. And I put it back in. And I took it out and I put it back in. And, you know, Mike Klum fudged the numbers. I'm like, hold up. Mike fudged the numbers, but you have final say. You're the documentary. You're the person it's being made about. So did you fucking lie? Or did you just stretch the truth, like SpongeBob said? Stretch the truth. No. You fucking lied. You got caught in a lie. So then he tells Muta, Oh, I took it out at 200K. Okay, so let's get this straight. The year's 2020, you had 750K in liquid assets in crypto. It goes down and you pull it out at 200K. Okay, so you basically broke even then. Because you said you started with 250K. You pulled it out when it went down to 200. Yeah, you lost 50K, but you still had $200,000, right? And Mike Klum starts filming this documentary. What was it? I want to say it was late 2022, early 2023. Somewhere around then. You mean to tell me that within the span of a couple years, maybe a year and some change, you blow... Sorry, the video cut off. My phone's being weird. But anyway, how do you blow through 200K in a year and some change and you still have YouTube revenue coming in? You're still making at least 1.5 to 2K a month off YouTube ads alone to do fucking nothing. Because between 2020 and 2023, before just up to recently, basically, he was doing absolutely fucking nothing and making all that in passive income. It's called being a complete dumbass. Did you spend that 200K all on the prostitutes then? Or was it during the 2018 to 2020 timetable you gave in the documentary? He wouldn't be able to tell you because he can't get his lies straight. He's a fat liar. I hate this man. I used to fucking love this guy. Now I hate this guy. If I had 200 bands right now, I guarantee you, I'd be up in a strip club somewhere. No, I'm just playing. I would responsibly manage it and put it into buying property and index funds, and I would still have a job. And guess what? I would pay off that property because that's what you do when you're financially literate and not a fat retard. You pay off your mortgage. Bye. Subscribe if you want to.